They say that when you become famous, your life is no longer your own. Is it surprising then that many well-known public figures have chosen to give up on fame and live lives away from the spotlight? Wouldn't it be nice if being famous didn't mean your life doesn't belong to you? We gave you guys part 1 of this list, and we are back with part 2 today of celebrities who gave up their fame to lead normal lives out of the spotlight. What is gravy, friends? You guys are watching IO. I'm Charlotte. Subscribe for a different take on the news and follow the IO team on social media. Coming in at number 10, Vanilla Ice. Ice Ice Baby. Remember the anthem of like everything cool and the motto of the chill life? We have all burned the dance floor to this blockbuster. It's probably one of the most famous songs of all time. When he was at the top of his money and fame game, Robert Matthew Van Winkle, yeah, that is his actual full name, bought a bunch of properties. That gave him an idea. He is now a real estate investor and home innovator. He also trains people on how to analyze the market. He realized that selling off the property got him a heck of a lot of money, so he decided to make a career out of it. From hip hop to houses. I shocked the world with this change. You can actually catch him in the recent Netflix film The Wrong Missy in a cameo, but this guy really gave up fame to be an average Joe. At number 9 on our list, this dude made October 3rd famous. We are talking about Jonathan Bennett from Mean Girls. Every girl wanted this guy. I mean, he's cute. Not just in Mean Girls, but like he's like one of the hottest guys I think I've ever seen on screen. Remember him as Regina George's boyfriend? This guy won over the female lead with his gorgeous looks and the kind of smile that makes you go a little weak in the knees. But he had a totally unexpected passion, and he pursued it eventually, and today he's a spin class instructor. You heard that right. Imagine how popular his class must be. No attendance issues, I bet. I kinda wanna take his class. And I hate spin. Up next at number 8, Mara Wilson. Mara Wilson won the hearts of millions with her epic portrayal of Matilda, a little girl stuck with a mismatched, unloving adoptive family who discovers her magical superpowers thanks to her suffering. Wilson became a star overnight and took a place in the Hollywood Hall of Fame. But even in the face of flashing lights, her mind was set on another dream. She turned her back on the famous life. Wilson gave up acting at the peak of her young and wildly successful career to pursue writing. She gained experience and honed her talent for words. She's now a published author and does this full time. Wilson is also a spokeswoman for depression, anxiety, other mental disorders, and the LGBTQ community. Coming in hot at number 7 on this list, another blast from the past and a seriously famous child actor, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin was truly the most famous kid on the Hollywood block after his first ever Home Alone movie. Macaulay landed a fan following so large he was at par with his adult counterparts, but there were speculations that the child celebrity went down the road of drugs and addiction as he grew up, weakening his status in the world of cinema. Macaulay eventually decided to go with the flow. He retired from the spotlight after years of harassment by the paparazzi and got on the road, touring with artists as they go from one destination to another to perform for different crowds. He's now an official roadie, taking one day at a time, chillin' without a care. People might say they were crazy to give up everything, but no price is too high to live the way you want. At number 6, we're bringing you Kris Humphries. Kris Humphries was a basketball journeyman. The Minneapolis-born athlete played for 9 different professional teams, including stints on both the New Jersey and Brooklyn Nets. He never once played for his hometown team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. But then Kim Kardashian changed everything. Humphries married Kim Kardashian, and suddenly the spotlight shifted to him. He was regularly making tabloids, dealing with weirdly specific on-court heckles, and getting harassed in public. The two filed for divorce 72 days later. And when Humphries retired from the NBA, he moved back home and started franchising fast casual restaurants. We are at the halfway point on this list, and at number 5 we've got my favorite person in the world, Audrey Hepburn. Everyone had the Breakfast at Tiffany's poster in their dorm room, and everyone has a little black dress in their closet. It is all thanks to the classic Hollywood style and influence of Audrey Hepburn. But many people forget she retired just a few years after her career peak. Audrey Hepburn had worked with the United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, for all her adult life, crediting them with assisting her as a child in the war-torn Netherlands. But in 1988, after her screen retirement, she was made an official ambassador and went on several constructive field missions. Audrey is best remembered for being one of the most iconic film actresses ever, but she gave up on the spotlight and acting and used her notoriety to bring attention to charities and human rights issues. Ugh, she's just my favorite. I love her so much. At number 4 we have Amanda Bynes. It seemed like Amanda Bynes would become one of Hollywood's unfortunate cautionary tales. After breaking through in TV shows like All That and movies like She's the Man, Bynes descended into a public breakdown. Later she got her mental health on track back and started striving toward a new career. Spurred in part by a brief 2007 fashion line, Bynes enrolled at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in 2014. 4 years later, Bynes graduated with an associate's degree. She's also apologized for her public erratic behavior, vowing to turn her life around with a new eye on fashion. However, she unfortunately took a turn from the worst in recent years and months, and I wouldn't go as far as to say she's living a normal life, but she's definitely out of the spotlight these days. At number 3, Hayden Christiensen. This next star was offered a lot of opportunities after the Star Wars films, but he turned them all down. Actor Hayden Christiensen decided to buy land in Ontario, Canada, and started working on his own farm. Shout out to Ontario, that is where we currently are, that's where our studios are. He later started a clothing company, launched a production company, and acted in a film called First Kill in 2017. It seems like he might have wanted to come back into the fame he once knew, but he's been pretty low-key since. At number 2 on this list, keeping with the Star Wars theme, Jake Lloyd. The name Jake Lloyd might not be instantly familiar to the vast majority of people, but he will be recognizable as the face of Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace. Lloyd also appeared in several other movies such as Jingle All the Way, but then quit acting due to the bad experiences he had after the Star Wars film released. Apparently other children were very mean to him. They would make the sound of the lightsaber every time they saw him. You would think that kids would think that's cool, but I guess not. So he attended college where he studied film. In 2015 he was arrested after leading police on a high-speed chase in South Carolina, and he was transported from jail to a psychiatric facility after being diagnosed with schizophrenia. And the moment you have all been waiting for, at number 1 on this list we have Jamie Lynn Spears, sister of Britney Spears. Jamie Lynn had her time in the spotlight with her own TV show, Zoe 101. Jamie Lynn Spears surprised her fans when she announced she was pregnant because, well, she was 16 at the time. When her Nickelodeon show finished, she learned that she was pregnant. She walked away from fame, and a lot of people weren't okay with that because people thought she was glamorizing, teen pregnancy, and a lot of her fans were younger. She ended up walking away from the fame in an attempt to escape the scrutiny, and years later she shared her thought process at the time with Glamour. She said, "I just wanted to get away from it as much as I could, to just go away and be a mom and figure out what I wanted, and to earn a sense of respect back for myself. Move to a town in the middle of nowhere and just raise my child. All I could be was a good mother." She is now married with 2 children. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm just gonna quickly wrap this one up with some comment features from part 1. Just some Bigfoot with internet access said, "Oh my god, I love this guy. I don't blame them. Sometimes I get tired of everyone trying to take my picture and get casts of my footprints, and I just want to go live a normal life. You do that, sweetheart. You live that life." Although a Bigfoot with internet access isn't exactly normal, I would think. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know any Bigfoots. You're the only Bigfoot I know. Amy Hines said, "Hey, I'm finally all caught up with all of IO's episodes. Maybe I could get a shout out. I pretty much watch all day. I love our potato queen." Well, since you asked so nicely, that's crazy. How much time did you spend on that? I feel like you'd be busy for a really long time. Ramiro said, "Gravy is a sauce often made from the juices of meats that run naturally during cooking and often thickened with wheat flour or cornstarch for added texture. Gravy is commonly served with roast, meatloaf, rice, and mashed potatoes." Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is, and it's delicious. That is it for me. Thanks for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you guys next time.